I can't get my camera on. So I don't know, something with the setting, but I'm in.
You're in. Okay. Anya, Dana, JP.
Hello, nice to meet you.
We have a special guest today.
Hello, Path of Lighters.
Oh, hi.
Most people do know him. That's my partner, Gopakash. He's gonna play a mantra for us
Yeah.
in a moment. Give people time to come online.
Did you put the
No, I
music? The music thing?
Where do I need to? Maybe you want to do that? I'm recording.
But like the music sound.
Okay.
Yeah, but not now. This is bad. This is good. No, this is. Yeah, this should be the one.
And I can leave it like that?
Yeah.
Or do I need to change it back? Hello, for the people wondering, the man is in the picture. That's my husband. He agreed to play a mantra for us today to start.
Ready?
Yeah, let's start.
Oh, Purnamada, Purna.
Know the mantra, just chant along. If not, pretend you know it.
We don't hear.
Don't hear? Okay.
No.
You don't hear? Did you put the, or did you just sound from musicians off? Now it's on.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try that again.
Yeah, great. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Purnashyate Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Purnashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti.
Just take a deep inhale, and maybe you want to say what that mantra is about for the ones that don't know it.
Yeah, so normally I'm not such a big fan of mantra meetings, but in this case I'll make a glad exception. So this mantra means you are not here by accident. Existence needs you. Without you, something is missing in existence, and nobody can replace that. So that's the meaning. Actually, it's like a whole complicated metaphysical thing, but that's what it comes down to. Nice to see you guys. Shanti, Petra, Lukaya, Anno.
Martina and
Anja,
Katharina, he
Dana.
knows most of these
Yeah,
people.
and I know most of you guys. Yeah, it's nice.
And JP also, and Frank, you know, but
Yeah.
you're
Oh, yeah,
not in
yeah,
the picture.
yeah,
You
no
don't
picture.
know Katharina, Martina, and JP, I
No.
guess. Yeah.
So nice to see you. Have a good session.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, you're not here by accident. And you're needed. That's very much the wisdom of our souls. You're not here by accident. And you're needed. Just take a moment to really let that in. Allow that to receive that into your heart. You're not here by accident. And you're needed. Without you, creation wouldn't be complete. Allowing this to flow through all layers of your heart portal. To all of your bodies. You are not here by accident. You are needed. Without you, creation wouldn't be complete. Just receiving, just receiving. Taking deep inhale. Coming back. And sharing the petals of the heart prayer together. Tina, would you read the first one, the petal of faith?
I call now to the battle of fate and ask it to open in my heart. I give thanks now for my faith in God, and I give thanks for the presence of God and the grace of the Holy Spirit in my life and on the earth.
Yeah, would you read the petal of surrender? Anya, would you read the petal of surrender?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Yeah, I thought so.
I call now to the petal of surrender in my heart, and I ask for it to open now. I accept and embrace God's will, and I let go my own will. I ask now for my eyes to open so that I may see. I ask now for my ears to open that I may hear, and I ask now for the petals of my heart to open so that I may receive the will of the divine in my life.
Gaia, would you read the petal of service?
I call now and ask for the petal of service in my heart to open. I confirm my commitment to create heaven on earth through the love of God and the love of my brothers and sisters on the earth. I pray now for the enlightenment to remember my promise to God and my promise to myself so that I may fulfill what I have come to the earth to do in service to the divine plan and to humanity.
Thank you. Anna, would you read the petal of abundance?
Was it my name?
Yes, it was your name.
Sorry. I call now the petal of forgiveness to open my heart.
Abundance, the one of abundance.
I call now the petal of abundance to open my heart. I give thanks to God for all you have provided to me, for I know that when I live in harmony, in alignment to the divine will and honor the promise I have made in service to the humanity and the divine plan, I will always know to the beauty of abundance in my life and never want.
Helen, would you read the petal of forgiveness?
I call now for the petal of forgiveness to open in my heart. I forgive all those who have harmed me in any way and all those who have caused me pain, consciously or unconsciously. I ask to be forgiven by anyone that I have harmed, offended, or caused pain to. And I forgive myself for all my actions and thoughts that are not aligned to the unconditional love and divine will. I pray that one day we may all realize God's essence within us and remember our promise to the divine plan and to humanity so that we may fulfill this on the earth in loving kindness.
Frank, would you read the petal of strength?
I call now for the battle of strength to open in my heart. I ask for the strength, the wisdom, and the knowledge to remain focused upon my paths and to release all attachments, expectations, and beliefs that keep me separate from God consciousness within myself and the unconditional love for all things. I release now all attachments I hold to judgment, to anger, to fear, to unworthiness, to envy or jealousy, and to all things that hold me in separation to my divine truth.
Petra, would you read the petal of trust?
I call now for the petal of trust to open in my heart. I ask now for the divine essence of Creator Source to fill me on all levels of my being. And I ask for my divine presence to be present in my life so that I may walk in God consciousness on the earth and be all that I am. I am a child of light. I am a child of love. I am a child of God. Blessed I am, blessed I am, blessed I am.
Thank you, Petra. Just take one more inhale to take in this prayer, taking it into our hearts, asking for these petals to open in divine timing. so that we may get to know ourselves, all of us, through all time, space, and dimension. Coming back into one of being. Let's then open the space to share about the last lesson. So just to remind us all, we've been asked to work with the soul body. Talked about the soul body last time. It's the body we all have, but not necessarily everybody has this body activated. You can perfectly well live without connecting to this body on earth. It's the bridge to spirit. And it says to honor the divine flame energy of God in the heart. And that's what we've been walking through, the path of light, the light and the love as one. So you were invited to work with the soul start chakra. I've sent you the codes to clear the energy. And then work with the soul body card, you can see here. And also chant the mantra 12 times. We can share about this experience. And then we had questions regarding the activation. Lady Nada about the innocent heart. So did you connect with your soul in oneness? How did your soul feel when you connected with it? Do you think you are able to do this again so that you may open your heart in oneness more often to your soul? What did your soul share with you? Okay, I will close that. If you want to be reminded of the questions, maybe just have your book on the side. I close it so we can see each other. So here we are. How are we all doing? I know some of you have been challenged, struggling. And yes, that happens if we drop deeper and meet parts of ourselves we maybe haven't met. Yeah. That's really the process of dropping deeper, but that also means connecting to parts of us that hold a lot of wisdom. It's not dropping deeper into our shadows. Dropping deeper just means dropping more into the oneness of yourself. And the connection to our soul is really the bridge to our higher consciousness. So that's an important connection to activate over and over again, to really establish that connection with our soul. Okay, who wants to share how that went for you?
okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Kaya.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. The last few weeks have been so deep and required, which I think I kind of mentioned last time, so much courage, I guess, that I didn't feel that I had. And so I, out of nowhere, like a switch, um, Monday evening, I just suddenly went from like normal to like no energy. And then I was so thirsty. And then in the middle of the night, my throat was hurting and I got sick, but it was like, yeah, there's something moving through, but it was so clear that it felt like there was like such a shift. And really, this whole process, the Master's Way, has been really showing up physically for me in many ways. Yeah. So I'm honoring that. And I see the beauty and the incredible synchronicities that come. And like, it's so clear that the physical is entwined with, it's not separate, the bodies all affect each other. And so for 3 days, I was like in this cocoon and I was very avoidant and procrastinating and like couldn't didn't realize I was even doing that because I was sick. wasn't really I wasn't experiencing the physical illness the same way that I would normally. Like there was no fever and I don't know how to explain it. But I was like in this veil, this clouded cloud. And
Mm.
finally on the third day, I was like, I'm gonna go in the heart temple. And it was an all day process actually. Um and it was like if any of you have had a major Kundalini experience or psychedelics, it was like that. Like, I mean, it was um there was so much fear to move into, and it was like a vision. That's how strong it was. And I just kept going into it and feeling all this fear, and I was reliving the worst parts of my childhood in terms of not memories necessarily, but the feelings that I had as a kid when I was helpless and in dire situations. At least that's how it was, but also like how it felt then, and that I suppressed and pushed away because that's survival. And so it was like, okay, I can sit in this now. And there was so much grace pouring through that I could sit in it and experience all of that, having worked on this my whole life. I mean, what a humbling, beautiful thing to access this layer. And the tears just came and came. And that was, I think, Thursday. And Friday, it was more ceremony and tears and just being with that. And it's interesting because during the activation, that question about did you connect with your soul in oneness? The way that it was, how I received it in the activation was like, your soul might have things to clear through or something, right? I feel like that's what it was saying. But I remember in the activation, I was like, no, my soul, I see it. It's glistening, shining, clear. Everything is clear. This body needs to clear something to be able to connect. That's really what it felt like. And so then I was moving through all this. And then, like, bam, 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 nonstop these last days. One, I mean, none of you know this except for Guru Deva, I think, and maybe Shanti, but my birth name is not Rukaya. And I transitioned that name years ago at this point. Saturday, I met a woman who was literally holding me. So the thing I realized in this meditation with myself in my heart temple was like, in the end, it all came down to I never felt like I didn't have the space as a child to actually feel my own. I wasn't safe enough to, there wasn't safety for me to feel my own feelings and to experience what was happening inside of me. And so when I came out of the heart temple, it was really like affirmations of like, hey, it's okay, you're safe, you have enough space to feel. Then Saturday, this woman just came up to me and was like miraculous, like in my face, saying my birth name, which she didn't know was my name, Michelle, which was my birth name. You can take up it's time for you to take up all this space. Like, I was like, what is happening? And I said, why are you saying that name? She said, that's my name. So she was telling herself, I mean, talk about the law of reflection. She was telling herself while looking at me, saying my old name, which was her name, not knowing it was my name. You can take up all this space now. It's time. What? That was just one thing. And then I went to the next thing where we had this incredibly heart-opening conversation with another dear friend that was like, and I was crying and like having asked something that I would never have dared ask before. And she was like, yes, I would be so honored. It was amazing. And then today I met somebody again that I haven't seen for years. And the first thing, somebody saw us and they were like, are you sisters? And we were like, we haven't seen each other in years, but yeah. And the whole time, the reflection, the whole day, we cried and laughed together. And it was like the part of me that was joyful as a child and free and expressive, she was reflecting to me and she was giving to me. And so I guess this whole process was like, I went through the heart temple, I went through all of this fear and everything. And on the end of it, these last days, I am literally in shock and in awe of the amount of courage it takes to actually receive. And when you do, the universe is so magnanimous in its love that it's like, okay, stay open, just receive. And I keep getting these incredible reflections in women, but also in men, like that are just beyond my wildest expectations of what I could even fathom. So from deep inside of me, I say thank you to each of you for saying yes to this and that we get to travel together. My prayer is that I can stay somehow courageous enough to keep opening because wow, it's amazing. So thank you for listening.
Thank you, Rukaya, for that profound sharing. It's yeah, it takes courage to receive. That's beautiful wisdom. It takes courage to receive. We might think, okay, I'm just sitting there and I'm receiving, and yes and no. Yes and no. It takes courage to receive. It's really how would I say? Again and again, saying yes to receiving more, saying yes to receiving more, and making the experience that we can hold ourselves in that space. You've said that, you know, that's the thing. I guess we all hold fears around something. And as soon as we make the experience that we can hold ourselves in this deepest feelings, emotions, what's moving through us, then we start entering the space to receive. Then we can start receiving. And to go that deep inside takes courage. And the path of love is that journey. The path of love is meeting all that you are and bringing it back. Bringing it back, not in a kind of call to obedience, in a courageous movement in divine timing. That's so important, to allow it to be there and touch it and meet that part of yourself. Because that's when the heart starts opening. That's when the heart can open. And thank you for sharing. Because from my experience, we so often think, oh, I'm the only one going through this, or this activation and this, and then finding out, well, we as a group heart, we're moving through this together. And as we've heard in the beginning, we all have a part to play, and we all need it. We're all needed exactly as we are now. Everyone holds a piece of the puzzle. And that's why I keep inviting you to share, because you all hold wisdom. We all need to receive. So thank you, Rukaya. Anyone else would like to share their experience with the activation? Maybe with the experience with working with the cards, if you've done that. We had a very easygoing week, you know. It doesn't have to be the week of my experience. It's your week. What happened for you?
So I will share.
Thank you, Dana.
I wrote down that after the activation, I wrote down that I have a lot of pain in my back. And when I read it, I can remember I couldn't sit. I have to stop or to change my sit because the pain was so painful for me, the feeling. And also there come a lot of stuff inside of me. I couldn't follow the Easter's things, but on the end it's getting better, the pain. It was gone, and I also wrote down that I remember the innocence heart of the group. It was, but I come back to myself and to understand.
Your pain is better now?
It's a physical pain I often had in my back when I'm in meditation, and I just look at this and yes.
Thank you, Dana. Yeah. That's also something Rukaya also talked about, physical pain. It can be karma we hold in our physical body. And we work with the bodies. You can also really check in with the bodies and connect and communicate to find out where you hold the karma. But it can be karma we hold in any of the bodies playing out in the physical. Yeah. And especially if we have pain in our back, like the spine, that's just our central pillar. That's our light pillar. And the last activation was quite high frequency activation. So the physical body needs to adapt, you know, it's just to align with this frequency. And sometimes it needs a little bit of support for it to do this. So you're already doing that. You really like the basics. drink enough. If you need rest, take some rest. Go out into nature. Find this moment. Yeah. So it's one thing to get activated, and it's another thing to integrate it. Yeah. Really take the time for that. Tina.
I try to share.
Thank
First
you.
of all, hello Irida, happy birthday in a live way if you are here. Are you here, Irida? No. Is she gone?
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
there she is.
Thank you all for the wishes.
Shall we
It
sing a
was-
little happy birthday song for Irida?
Excuse me?
Shall we sing a little happy birthday song for you?
A
Of
long
course.
time sunshine song.
I'm not such a good singer. I don't know if we can all sing together.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Okay. Happy
Thank you.
birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Irida.
Irida.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
To you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
What an honor that you're joining us on your birthday.
Thank you so much. I received your messages and I really thank you. And I'm really lucky that in this day we have another activation. I don't know what's the theme today, but maybe it's still the innocent child. And to be honest, I didn't feel it during the weekend. I was like asking myself, where is my inner child? Because I was stressed out with work, with my thoughts, everything. And I was like, I cannot find my inner child, like the innocent child. And I think that today I feel more centered. And I was thinking why we cannot be like this every day of our life, like to honor the day that we were born and to honor every day, like we are born every day and it's not easy. Like it takes 1 year long that we give some kind of love to ourselves and we receive wishes and love and gifts from all the people that love us. And I think we should do this every day. And I say this, but practically it's not easy still. So I think that today I feel more like the innocent child, like ready to celebrate a little bit my birthday and feeling good. So I worked a little bit with the cards, not every day, but they are magical. And still, they are magical and they work in a mysterious way. Sometimes I don't trust that this will work, but when I try it, it always works. With the mantras, and yeah. I don't know what else to share, but this is the...
This was full of wisdom, Irida. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, the celebration. That's a quality of the soul. The soul celebrates. Soul celebrates life. And the cards. Yes, I want to say it again. There are so many tools. You have so much support. And the beauty is there's a tool for everyone, if it's not this, then maybe it's something, some tools work better for some people, and that's fine. Find your tools, find your tools. But I really, really, I say it again, I almost implore you, work with these cards. Because, I mean, it's not so difficult. It doesn't take so much time. You know, don't have to stand on your head or do crazy stuff. Just look into it and chant it. And it's quite magical. Especially the soul star chakra, maybe someone wants to share about it. My experience. It also says it brings the love and the light in the physical. If you feel really stuck, this can really open you up. Visit that there's space again. You really feel this flow again. So if you haven't tried it, my invitation is to try it. Thank you, Rita.
Thank you all. I'm lucky.
So Martina, did you want to share?
A little bit what is going on in my stuck life. It's about, I saw in the, where I always write in my Heftchen. It's about 2 months now that I am a little bit stuck. But first of all, it's very good when I can hear, when I can listen to you, all when you are sharing also where you are. So I have the feeling that, yes, we are going on our way together. And this is the way also to sometimes to be stuck, sometimes to receive what always receiving is. I feel that something is changing, but I don't know it yet what it is, because it's really about how am I being with the activations and the tools. And therefore I'm very curious how the journey will go on. The good thing is that although I am very stuck, I feel very supported, but it's very soft. I can just feel this. So I also, when I go into the story, it's not so that I go very, very deep, or it's both. It's both very deep, and on the other side, I feel very connected and very supported, and maybe I have to open for that experiencing. And then Rukaya, what you shared was so good also to hear that if you are in life, then what you need, it comes. Like it comes with other person or something that happen in the surrounding. And I think that I have to be more aware of what is happening in my surrounding and not follow just my story, what I want to, because for me is always that I want to receive it in that way. But I think that I am on the way to change. I don't know how, but I guess that it will come, and I don't have to know it. I have to surrender. And this, I saw in myself that this is a little bit a challenge for me, because I always try to control. And this is about the fear, to control it and then to make it and make it good. And there is so much into. But yes, more to trust. It's like to the first activation that we had when we went into this waterfall and we had to jump out, and if I remember well, yeah, it's like this: go out and jump and let it, and yeah, fall down. And I don't have to know what is coming. And this is a little bit a process where I see, okay, I'm always, this part is very wakeful because I want to do it and to know it. But on the other side, I experiencing, that's another frequency. And now it is more clearer that we are speaking of energy and frequency, because it's nothing to know. It's something to drop into, something to feel. And this is completely new. But something is shifting, and I'm very curious. I'm always, yeah, it's I'm curious with that. So thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Martina. And thank you again. So much wisdom. There's nothing to know. There's something to drop into. There's nothing to know. There's something to drop into. That's a profound shift. So thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Nothing to know. Drop into. And we can feel stuck, feel supported, drop into something, want to know something, be confused, be clear, all at the same time. There's no need to push anything away as a sign of something is going wrong or shouldn't be in your life. Let it all be there. The clarity will come through embracing. And you can feel stuck and still move forward. It's just our minds telling us that's not possible. Yeah. Don't need to feel and be the same all the time. Life is moving, and the soul is. And we cannot be wrong. We cannot. That isn't possible. We just can be in a certain way in that moment. So thank you again. I mean, it's beautiful, everything you share. It's very profound. Thank you for all your wisdom and your presence, and everyone for just witnessing each other and knowing that we're in this journey together. Because it is a journey into from I to we. And it's an inner journey from I to we, from me as a person to me as we as a multi-dimensional being. And the more we embrace that journey, the more we will be able to open up to the journey with the collective on the outside, our inner collective and external collective. beautiful. I'm quite touched. It's really beautiful to share. Anyone else would like to share?
I want to share in the activation. I had suddenly a strange experience that there was a kind of flash into my head that looks like it hit my pineal gland, my third eye, and it lit up. And then it went back into my heart, and I felt the innocent heart completely open up. So I had the experience that I met my soul. And this is such a beautiful week that I learned so much about myself in a different way. It looks like a deeper level. And I journal a lot. And yesterday, yeah, it was yesterday. No, this morning, because I was ready for the Zoom and it wasn't. And I thought, okay, oh yeah, I didn't do the questions. And oh yeah, I will do the questions. So I came to my badness. I think I'm evil. Now, I won't use the word evil anymore. I'm bad. And everything I do is because I'm bad. And I create distance with other people and on and on and on. But then I realized my badness is, it goes completely the other way than I thought I would say something. My badness is also my goodness. So I'm grateful for my badness. It's a gift. So that's a very strange experience. And I really feel it's a gift. And yeah, it's so hard to express and explain what is happening to me. So I now know also what I can do. I have a difficult time to using the tools. I do sometimes, but journaling is also a tool. And if I have the activation, I always write after immediately. I just sit for a little while and I start writing. And now, because I was rereading it, but right after the activation, it, I, I, I read it completely different. And I learned so much things about my badness, for instance. So, yeah. And it's not only the activation, it's also the affirmation. That's a good thing for me too. That I feel every word profoundly beautiful, and I had the same experience like Frank, that I was completely in love with myself the first time I said it. And the second one, the power, I'm a powerful being of light. I did that too because I thought, yeah, there's something. And I find out I don't trust myself completely, and I don't trust God. And the strange thing is, I don't have anything with God, like religious. And I found out that I think God has to be good all the time. And it was a very strange thought. I never thought about those things. But it all comes down that I'm not worthy of God's love. And that's shifting also because I know now I'm worthy. So all the affirmations, I'm beautiful, and the other one. Now I start to trust myself, and I start to trust in God. And I find everything beautiful. And I never use those words because I always thought yucky, but everything is beautiful. So I don't know if that's what I wanted to share.
Thank you, Ellen. That's why probably was in your aura, prompted to call your beautiful face to me. Thank you for bringing this into our group heart, such a treasure. Thank you. Yeah. And I'm really feeling, I don't know how you're feeling this, like everybody's really dropping deeper now. You're dropping deeper. Touching other layers, opening up to more of you, I would say, to more of you. And as we said, these activations are always what they are when we talk about high frequency. They open you up for another frequency of consciousness. So you open up for a certain consciousness. And of course, if you have whole parts in your being, wherever, that struggle to receive this, then this activation will be challenging. But then again, the more we drop and the more we do this work, we also, as Ellen, all of you beautifully shared in your own words, we're coming to a place where we maybe not trust ourselves all the time, we might not always trust the process, but there is a trust to sit with ourselves and know I can have the courage to receive. And that's beautiful. I can sit with myself and open up to myself in a way maybe I've not done yet. And then all of a sudden, dear hearts seems to be a very normal word. Beautiful is a word we can resonate with because it's the language of the heart. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you all. Anyone else wants to share? That would be the last person because we have a quite long activation to do. What to do? We have the pleasure of a long activation. And there are quite a few teachings. But if someone feels now prompted and really would like to share.
Yeah, I just want to share that there isn't anything to share for me this week. And it's the first time that I couldn't answer the questions. And I listened to the recording twice, and I sit on every morning with the mantras and the codes. But maybe I'm stuck or I don't know, but there wasn't a different feeling for me, a different feeling from before. It's not that I have the expectation that there has to happen something wonderful or I'm just sitting there, but I don't have the feeling, as you said before, to drop deeper or that there is another layer. And maybe I'm always connected with my soul. I don't know if there isn't any difference. How do I know when I'm connected or when I'm not connected? I just know my own feeling. And it's a good feeling. There isn't anything to, I don't feel that there's a problem or, yeah, I don't know how to explain. It's, yeah, how do I know if I'm connected or not? When my feeling is, I don't know. That's what I wanted to share.
Anyone wants to answer this question? then I would suggest, Anya, just sit with it. And just as a prompt, we can have problems and still be connected to our soul. We can have no problems and not be connected to our soul. It's a consciousness we can tap into. And you can, as it said there, you can, because no one else can tell you if you're connected to your soul.
Mhm.
It's not for me to tell you if you're connected to your soul.
Yes, maybe, sorry.
You can sit and invite it in. I mean, you can, like a human being, you know, we're all energy. You can invite your soul in and you can see, do I feel a shift in energy? Does it feel different? Do I feel different when I'm invited in? Yeah. Does something change? So that's the way, and just consciously sort of start a communication and see what happens. You know, if something shifts or is different. And then you will know. And as I said, I'm not saying everybody's not connected to their souls, not at all. Really not, you know. But as with a lot of things, you know, we can open up to more of that connection. As Gaia said, the courage to receive more out of our soul energy.
Yes, maybe I didn't find the right words, but to feel connected is to feel at home within myself, that I'm really there in my full presence. And that's a wonderful feeling. And when I have that feeling, for me, it's connection to my soul.
So there you have your answer.
Yes. Okay.
That's the answer until further notice. Until you might discover something else. And I don't know that. You will know. Yeah. Yeah. It's so important really to honor ourselves and honor our journey. And at the same time to share, to find out I'm not alone in this. Other people have wonderful experience. Other people also struggle. I'm not the only one struggling. And just say, okay, it's fine. Okay, then we will move on to the next one, if that's okay with everyone. So, now what a promise. Be free in this life. Lady Mary asks you to be free and to become all that you are. Here we are with the innocence and the children again, children of God, children of light, who are not held and limited by physicality. She asks you to choose not to be limited by the creations of your ego and believe that this is all that you are for a distance. So let's go to the teachings. Anno, would you read? Let me see. Maybe some of them are linked.
Was it my name?
Yeah, it was your name. I was just thinking, maybe read the first two ones.
I think there's no Anna in our group,
Anno,
right?
no, Anno. It was your name. Could you read the first?
Yeah, I love to. Sounding deeply from your heart is a way to open to all that is. It allows you to move through the mind, the ego, and the emotion. The journey is to discover what sits in your core. You do not need to look outside yourself. This first sentence, sounding deeply from your heart, is the way to open. It reminds me directly to singing and making music and singing the mantras in the morning and in the evening. And it's like leaving out everything from that is outside and just be inside. This is how it feels for me. And it goes so far that I have this just to find an end after the 12th time of singing, because I don't want to do anything but sing the mantra. And yeah, and then sometimes I sing it in a way that enjoys me, and sometimes I sing they come out in a different way, and I think it is in a way how I feel or what I feel that is coming from the inside of me into the outside. And I still know and that I sometimes I do not sing and do not make music because I think it doesn't sound good. And this keeps me from singing, and this keeps me from going into the outside with what I have inside. Yeah, but that's maybe another step.
Yes, I guess it's another step, but still it's a beautiful example how you connect with yourself and share yourself. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and the difference.
Yeah. What we share. Yeah. And just as you've just shared, and I guess we feel the energy. They're singing, they're sounding, so that has nothing to do with having good voice, but using sounding, making sound as a tool to move through the mind, the ego, and the emotion. Yeah. Just for all of us. Because how often do we want to move through the mind with the mind? And that doesn't work. It doesn't work. You can't move through a frequency with the thing. So really accessing the power of sounding. I believe if I remember rightly, you will be asked to sound in the activation. So the invitation is to really go for that. Yeah. And that it will support you to, on this journey, to come to the core of you. And I know we've heard that 1,000 times, but more and more really becoming aware that there's nothing to find outside. There's nothing to find. It's all in you. It's all in you. And we've had so many examples today. Everybody who shared such profound wisdom in your words, through your experiences, not something you've read or studied. Yeah. So thank you, Anu. Katharina, would you read the next 3 ones? So the rest on this page, basically.
Whoa. The journey is to discover what sits in your core. You do not need to look outside yourself. Your higher consciousness is free and is not bound by color or belief. It is an experience of form, and it is free to change, to experience, and to be adventurous. This is its nature. Spirit was not designed to be limited. Limitation comes from a belief created by humanity to limit your expansion, to limit your diversity, and to limit your experience of God. Whoa, that's a lot inside.
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever comes up, you would like to share.
Whatever comes up for me, it's a word. It's beauty. Beauty comes up. The kind of, so if I think, because so it was difficult for me to understand, or it's difficult to me. It's not bound by color or belief, and I observed myself that I started to think about what do they mean by color, and then I was going on to read, and then that there is no limit, and that the spirit is not designed to be limited, and that's just a kind of creation, a human creation, and expansion. For me, this kind of expansion has it's a feeling of beautiness. I don't know if in English you say beautiness, but it's kind of, it's this expansion always means wider, softer, including all, and including all, it's a kind of surprising. So it's this shaping possibility, this forming possibility written before, and it's always, so expansion means for me it means smiling. And smiling is, I connect that with the kind of also myself showing up with beauty. Oh yes, I think that's it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a beauty for sure. It's a quality of spirit for sure. Anyone else would like to add something? Is that how does that sit with you when you read that? There's something you think, yeah, sure. What do you think? Like,
For me, comes up when I read the limitation, comes from a belief that is so clearly that the limitation is why we are believing in the I stories, the stories of the I. And this is our limitation, that we are believing in that what is occurring. And so like you said first, Gurudeva, we are going from the I to the we. So it's like the process where we are going out of this I perception. what is limiting for not you are hurting me. Who is that me? What you are hurting, or you are, yeah. So this is the limitation, and we are going out of that. This is that what comes to me too.
Thank you, Martina. You see, it's so beautiful how we can approach this in so many different ways. Katharina, you know, they shared, and all this is in this, you know. And it's so important to sort of appropriate for yourself, to make it yours, you know, and that's beautiful. And I think we said that before, huh? To limit your diversity. Yeah, so we don't need to be one thing all the time. We can be many things. And some of you, I think Martina said, and I come about adventure, you know. And like really understanding that spirit has no form. It is not one thing. God is not one thing. However we imagine God or not imagine God. And also think about limit your experience of God. How we can also limit experiences we might even crave. I don't know if you crave that. I know I have a longing for this. We can still limit it. So yeah, thank you both. Yeah. Shanti, would you read all of them?
All of them. All right.
Yes, I think they're all connected.
Okay, let's see. All the great prophets who have come to the earth came to show humanity that even in death, you are not limited. There is no limitation to your consciousness, and there is no limitation to your spirit. When you believe you are only your physical self, you will live your life in limitation. When you believe that you are not connected to the stars, to the trees, to the earth, to the flowers, to each blade of grass, you will walk in limitation and fear. All that we choose now on the earth is being magnified and enlightened through the light. Yes. 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 Well, I think the prophets are showing us that they are still alive. I mean, we keep them alive too. And there's many ways people get their knowledge from connecting to their part of what a prophet is. I think the word prophet already, like messenger and bringing the message of light. So, yeah. And well, I resonate with the number 9. When you believe that you are not connected to the stars, to the trees, to the earth, to the flowers, to each blade of grass, you will walk in limitation and fear. I think that is the oldest belief. Before we had religions, that people knew that we are one with the stars and the trees, and that everything has a spirit, and that it's actually that we are part of each other. Like I think sometimes, at least, I think that the religions have kind of make us lost this connection that we are the trees. And maybe the prophets wanted to tell us, but we misunderstood many times, I think.
Yeah. It's beautiful that what you said, we misunderstood. We had a misunderstanding. We misunderstood who we are. It's just a misunderstanding. And now we can understand, we can remember. And we have and I guess you mostly had this, if you connect to the trees, you connect to the stars, whatever it is for you, you find it easy to connect with, to a flower, to grass. Then there is no room for fear and limitation. There is no room. It's not present. So we can choose to live on the earth without limitation. Because there's no limitation to our consciousness and to our spirit. It's ever expanding, ever evolving. It never is stuck in one form. That's just so empowering for us to remember. And as some of you said before, that actually the more we open our hearts to ourselves, the more we can receive that words, not just as something we would like to believe, or we like the idea of, but really receive it as the truth we hold, the truth of our being. And we can practice that. I know you could go out and just look into the stars. You could go out and tree, caress a blade of grass, whatever it is. Take a walk. There's so many entry points to this expansive universe. There's so many entry points. If you want every sentient being is a portal to this. We open up to it. Thank you, Shanti. Were you complete, or did you still want to say something? You okay? Would you read the next one, please?
All limitations that you hold will come to you and be enlightened for you. These are the keys to your self-imposed prison. I only have to look at the picture, I think. That's real. For me, that's what I read in the visualization when you are able to find the key, and the keyhole is enlightened. So if you're able to open it, then you will be in the light.
Thank you.
And I guess it's also related to what we did in the path of light with resolving your aspects and getting to know yourself, see where the parts of yourself are which you maybe are not willing to face and not able to face, or be not aware of what is withholding you. And sooner or later they will be right in front of your face, one way or another.
Yeah. And for all of us, when we're challenged, we need that we remind ourselves that this is brought to us as a key, and not to show us we're doing something wrong, or we lost the path, or we're not spiritual enough, or whatever we tell ourselves, not good enough, all the stuff, we're dark. But that these are the keys. It's sort of like, if you wanted, you could say that's just how communication on the earth with all of us is organized. That's just how it works. So that we become aware that this is happening. And really, if we wanted to work, I think Frank, you shared that last time, we wanted to work with the petal of abundance, when we just say, thank you. You don't get it right now. Thank you. So thank you, Frank. Irida, are you still there? Could you read the next two, please?
I was waiting for that.
Yes, I could
Because
feel
it's
it.
also my birthday falls with the Earth Day.
Yes.
Yes, so I think today is the Earth Day for
Yes,
Europe.
Tauruses know all about the Earth. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It's also my sign.
Yes.
The time is coming when the heart of Mother Earth must be lifted to the higher dimensions, and this will cause great expansion and enlightenment. I totally agree with this. And I'm waiting for that. I'm working for this. And I trust that one day the whole humanity will be enlightened. I don't know how we will be at the time, because physically we will not be here, but I trust that Mother Earth will be treated with more love from human beings. And all together, loving the earth we are living, loving the mother energy, and loving each other, this will be our enlightenment for me, because love is all. And it's everything, it's everywhere. And this is the choice that we have made here in this path of light and path of love all together. And I'm assuming all of us are working for the same kind of it's not a purpose. It's not a goal. It's just the way that we would love to live our lives.
Thank you.
Should be more to say about this, but I cannot find the words.
You shared the frequency. Can you feel that? How do we do that? Like for instance, each time that you connect to the seventh dimensional heart, remember we did this journey through all these hearts, you will raise to consciousness of the third dimensional earth. It is this simple.
And what is the seven-dimensional heart?
We've connected
how-
it in one of the activations, If you want all the dimensions sort of have a heart, yeah. And it's a certain frequency. And we're opening up to this frequency, the frequency of the seventh dimensional heart. When you connect to this will raise the consciousness of the third dimensional earth. It's like when we are in a group and someone connects to a higher consciousness, we will all receive this.
I don't have to understand it.
No, you just, exactly. You just need to connect with it. Just drop into it, Martina. Yeah. Do you remember we had these lessons where we traveled to many different frequencies of the heart? And you can imagine it like this. Okay. Let me see. Yes. Anyone has any questions? Otherwise, I say we have 5 minutes break because the activation is an hour and a quarter, so we don't want too late. But of course, if you have questions, then please ask. Okay, then let's have 5 minute break. So, yeah, let's say 5 minutes to 9, and then we start.
Ready to start?
Ishtar Channel Meditations.
So we call in the ascended masters of light. As we call the angelic realms, the light realms. We call now to the 6th, 7th and 8th dimensions of light. As we call to all the mothers to sit with us, to hold us, to embrace us, to merge with us. All the mothers of the Pleiades, mothers of Andromeda, the Orion mothers, the Syrian mothers, as we call to all the earth mothers through all dimensions. Calling to your own physical mothers, all the mothers of your genetic line. To sit with us, inviting them to sit with us in circle. And as you invite them, to open your hearts to them. To open your hearts to let go of all that you hold to them, through the personality, the ego, through the mind, through the emotional body, and simply to open your heart. To open your heart. And as you open your heart now, Mother Mary asks you, each and every one, to create from your heart the song of your heart now, that it may open, extending an invitation of light through your song, through your sound, simply through the sound that you make. So as you step now from your mind, from your ego, from your physical self, and sit into the consciousness of your heart, simply being the consciousness of your heart, with no thought, with no attachment, forgetting all else that is around you, allowing the petals of your heart to open, that there is naught else but the consciousness of your heart. And as you breathe, to simply allow the sound of your heart, no matter what it is, whatever the consciousness of your heart is at this time, to come from you now, to anchor here in this space. For it is your sound that will anchor the energies here tonight. It is your sound that will open the portals of light here this night. It is your sound that will open the heart of the group this night, opening the gates to the one heart. So you're being asked now to breathe. To sit in your heart and to sound your light. Nilmanaya moya kiyana moya Nilmaya noya noya kiya moya ki In To sit, beloved hearts, to sit. To breathe, to sound, to be. Simply within the connection of yourself. To open the gateway of light that fill you now. To be aware, beloved hearts, to be aware of the sacred codes of light that are anchoring within you now. That are opening your consciousness and to breathe and to allow this. As the gateways of light open now, open to the one heart, open to the light of your being. And we say to you, beloved hearts, to know that this is for you a connection to all that you are. It is a way for you to open to all that is. It is to allow you to move through the mind, to move through the ego, to move through the emotions, to clear the clutter, the debris of energy that you hold around you, to make the sound of your heart will do this for you. And why will it create this for you? For the heart of your consciousness, the heart of your consciousness is connected to all that is, to the one heart, to the center of creation. And therefore, if you activate the center of creation within you, beloved hearts, if you activate this within you consciously, you will be filled with this energy. And we say to each of you now to sit, to connect within you, not through the mind, but simply through the energy of your consciousness, through the heart, and to see that which you have created. Have you opened the gateways of your heart? Have you opened the portals that connect you with the one heart, with the consciousness of God? Indeed, beloved hearts, you have not completely created this. Sit within now. To breathe. And we would ask you to sound a little longer. And as you sound, to let go any form of attachment to the sound, to become the sound, to not create it with the mind, but to allow it to fill the body, to be the body, that you sit solely within the sound, without thought, without emotion, not listening one to the other, but completely held within the sound of your being. To allow yourself to merge with it, that you may discover the codes to create this for you, to open your heart, your consciousness, to the heart of creation that exists within all. For this is that which we would ask of you this night, that you may join and merge more fully with us, to be one together, with no mind, with no ego, completely detached from the physical, simply at one with your consciousness. And so once more, to breathe. And as you breathe, to ask the heart to sound, not the mind but the heart, and to allow it to flow for you. That all you are is your sound, and nothing else but this, nothing else. To breathe now, we would ask this of you, and to sound. Blessings to each and every one of you. And as you breathe, to feel now the expansion of your being. For each of you now have moved from the mind and the constraints of your physical self. Some have moved greatly, some a little, but each of you have expanded your energies, opened your heart, and we wish you to know this, to feel it, not by that which we say to you, but by that which you experience. So we ask you each and every one now to look to your expansion, your consciousness, to look to this, and to acknowledge that which you have created, to acknowledge the portal that you have opened to the heart of creation, for it sits within you. It is not that which is separate, that you must find, that you must journey to. It is that which sits within the core of you. And we have come this day to speak to you of that which you create in your limitation upon the earth. For it is that which each of you through your mind, through your belief systems that hold you prisoner of yourself, the self that you have created, that you believe is that which you are upon the earth. And we say to you, each and every one, that it is your creation, created through your consciousness, and in each moment you may recreate that which you are. Do not become trapped by the physical body. Do not become trapped and limited by the mind and the ego. You are free, each and every one, to be all that you are. Children of God, children of light. You are not held and limited by physicality. It is simply a creation this moment, but it is not that which you are. It is that which you have chosen to be in this moment. It is that as you will, as if you have placed a new dress upon yourself or a new suit upon yourself. For each one, and some will wear the hat and the gloves, some the flat shoes or the high shoes or no shoes. Some will wear bright color or no color. Some will step out bravely and boldly, and some will sit quietly. But we say to you that this is simply a limitation of your creation. Do not become trapped, beloved ones, by the creation of your ego. Do not become trapped by this. Do not sit in the belief or the consciousness that this is all that you are. Do not sit with it, for there is no limitation to you. You are simply the creation of energy in this moment, that which you have chosen to create. Do not close your heart and be trapped in your physical self. For the soul that sits upon the earth becomes trapped through the generation upon generation of your journey. Humanity has become trapped in its beliefs, its limitation, and it creates this for itself, to create a belief of that which you are, to create a belief that you are white or red or black, to create a belief that you are one or another. It is simply the attire that you have chosen to wear, and you do not need to be trapped by this. You do not need to be trapped by this. Do not be trapped by your mind. And do not place this limitation upon others. As much as you place it upon yourself. To understand your consciousness is free. To understand that it is not bound by color, by belief. It is simply an experience of God. And it is free to change, to experience, to be adventurous. Spirit was not designed to be limited. And it is not, beloved hearts. It is not. It is simply a belief that has been created through humanity to limit your expansion, to limit your diversity, to limit the experience of God. And we say to you, the Christed ones of light come regularly to you, to show you the way, to show you that you are not limited. You are not limited by the mind. You are not limited by the emotion, nor by the physical body. It is that simply that you have chosen to be in this moment, but it is not to limit you. And each of the Christed ones that come to show you that even in death you are not limited. There is no limitation to your consciousness. There is no limitation to your spirit. And all that you create in limitation is that which you have created. For the one heart does not hold this. And we have come to you to speak to you of this limitation that you choose to create for yourself. And to understand that it does not have to be so. You do not need to live your life upon this planet in limitation. You do not need to live your life in fear and separation. But it is when you believe you are separate to God, when you believe that you are separate to others, that you are separate to the earth itself, that you create your limitations. When you believe that you are but your physical self and none other, that it is all that you are, and there is none other, that you will live your life in limitation. When you believe that you are not connected to the stars, to the trees, to the earth, to the flowers, to each blade of grass, when you believe you are separate to this, you will walk in limitation and in fear. When you believe that the veils of death separate you, when you believe that the gateways of dimensions separate you, you will live in limitation. We ask you each now, each one of you, to hold within your hands, to hold your hands out, your palms out, and to hold within it a vision of the earth now, to visualize the earth held in your palm, to see it. And as you hold it, to feel its energy, to feel its energy now. And it will come to you as a color perhaps, as a feeling. It may even be a sound. The earth heart may sing to you. And as you hold it, to understand that you are connected to it, you are one together, holding it within your hand, as if you are holding your own heart. And what is it? What is it that it is holding in limitation for you? As it beats, what is it? To connect with it. What is its limitation for you? How do you see it? How do you connect with it? Are you one or are you separate? Is it beating with your heart? Or is it not beating at all for you? What is the energy that it holds for you? Connect with this now. We ask you to connect with the earth that you hold within your hand. For it is like your heart. And it will show to you your limitations. and its struggle, that which is held within you. And as you breathe, we bring to you each one now a star of light from the fifth dimension, and we place it within the earth, into the heart of the earth that you hold. And as it beats once more for you, we ask you now to connect once more with it, to connect with that which you hold in the palms of your hand, to connect with it, to be one with it, and to look to see if it has changed. Has the energy changed? Has the consciousness changed? What is the structure of the beliefs now? What are the limitations that it holds? Is it beating faster or slower? Is it larger or smaller? What color does it hold? Look to the palm of your hands now, to the earth that you hold, to the heart of the earth, to the heart of your being. Connect with this now. Is it limited? Is it held and constrained by the thoughts of the mind, by the consciousness of humanity? Can it expand even greater? Let us ask now if it would change color for you. Choose a color, beloved hearts, and ask it to change for you. Choose a color that you would wish it to be. And ask it to expand a little for you as you hold it. And for those that open their heart to this, you may hear the sound of it, the sound of the heart beating. You may hear the song of your heart. And to ask now what it would choose to be. What would it choose to be? This earth heart that you hold. If it was free, liberated, with no limitations, what would it choose? What would it choose? Ask. For it is the fifth dimensional heart that is speaking to you. As you breathe, become aware of your own body, of your own consciousness, how it has expanded now. To be aware of this, to be aware. Do not be singular, but to be aware of the consciousness of oneness. For we said to you, the consciousness of oneness is not singular. It is filled with the consciousness of many, 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 many beings, all in expressions of God, and yet all as one with God, but not singular. To understand this, and to allow the mind and the heart to open now, yet more, to look now, and to ask the heart that you hold, what is it for you that your mind holds? What barrier does your mind place for you that creates you to be limited? What is this barrier? What is this belief? And as you ask of this, we will now create for you within the earth that you hold within your hand, the heart of the earth. To place within it the heart of the seventh dimension of earth. And we ask you to connect with it. To allow it to expand. To bring the energies of the seventh dimension into your heart now. And what colors does this hold for you? What is its sound? How does it feel? Connect with it. To breathe perhaps a little for you. For some will need to breathe more. But to connect with the seventh dimension of the earth now. And to allow this to connect with you, to be conscious of this. That you are holding your seventh dimensional earth heart within your hand. Does it hold limitation? Is it bound by the beliefs of the third dimensional mind? It is not, beloved heart, it is not. Does it see itself as singular, separate to all? What is its needs? To ask. What is its wants? To ask. What is its limitation? To ask, beloved heart, to ask. And to allow the seventh dimensional earth heart now to merge with you. To place this within your heart. and to allow the expansion of your physical body to express itself beyond the boundaries of your physical self. To simply allow this, to not sit in resistance, to allow. For we say to you, beloved hearts, all that you believe in this third dimensional realm that limits you is a creation of separation. It is illusion. It is that which you create to sit within your reality that holds you in physical dimension. But it is time now, beloved hearts, it is time for humanity to know the truth of your being. It is time for you to let go the shackles that you have created, to be released from the prison of your mind, to open to yourselves, to no longer be held bound by old beliefs that are limiting, to ask yourselves each time that you speak and that you think and that you act, if you are acting upon a belief of separation and limitation, believing yourself to be one thing when you are many, believing yourself to be trapped within the prison of your physical body, believing yourself to be separate from others, different. We say to you, beloved hearts, it is for you to embrace all that is held by each and every being upon this planet is held by you. Each time that you judge another, each time that you look upon another and see only differences and separation, you are in limitation, trapped within the boundaries of your mind, the physical mind of the third dimension. And you are not being the child of God that you are. For each one of you holds the energy of light. The energy of light is not trapped by boundary. It is ever expanding. It embraces all. It does not look to one and say, we will not embrace this one. We will embrace another. It does not make these choices. It does not have desires and needs of the physical. And yes, we understand your mind saying that we live in the physical world, and therefore we must live in physical boundaries. But we say to you, beloved hearts, do not create your physical boundaries. Do not create them. Open your mind. Open your hearts to you, to that which you are. Do not live in limitation. Do not choose to embrace God and embrace the light and then live your life under a rock of darkness. For we say to you, beloved hearts, as you walk into the portal of light that has been embracing this dimension for the last 7 weeks of your time. As you walk within the heart of this now, the eye of God is upon you. As you walk within the center of this portal, and you may choose to embrace the light within you, or you may not. But we say to you, beloved hearts, that these energies, the rays that have anchored at this time, are the creation rays from the one heart. And all that you choose will be created. All that you choose. And if you choose limitation, then this will be created fully for you. If you choose separation, this also will be created for you. And you will see it around you, and it will become you. If you choose to walk in oneness with all, then this will be created for you. But you must choose, and then you must walk within your light. It will not serve you to choose through the mind and say, yes, I choose this. And then to live within your limitations, to be trapped by your mind, by your beliefs. We say to you, beloved heart, we understand the limitations of the physical body that you believe in. But we say to you, these are all of your creation. We understand your fears and your judgments. But these too are all of your creation. We understand the banners of beliefs that override you through your personality, through your humanity. But these too are all of your creation. We say to you, beloved hearts, to be conscious. For even though you choose to be a child of God, to acknowledge this within consciousness, so many of you then forget and live your life in limitation, choosing this through the fear of the mind. And so we come to you this day to ask you to be vigilant, to be disciplined in each moment. When you are choosing limitation and separation, when you are choosing to be separate, to be imprisoned by your old beliefs, by that which separates you from yourself and from all others. To be disciplined with these beloved hearts. Do not become trapped by your false belief systems, by your mind which says, yes, I choose God, and then acts differently to this. But in each moment, do recognize through your consciousness that which you are speaking, that which you are saying, that which you are doing. And when it is creating for you a prison of limitation and duality, create for yourself a release from this. For you have the key. You are not trapped within this. You may sit within your heart. You may expand your being and lift yourself from this in each moment. And when you sit with others, beloved heart, remind them of that which they are speaking, thinking, doing. In your presence, do not be trapped with them. Do not become in judgment of them, but remind yourself that which is occurring and go into expansion of your being. Connect with that which you are and not that which is your illusion. Do not be trapped by your personality. Do not be trapped by the fears of humanity. Look within your heart and be that which you are, a child of God, expanding in the light of all that is in each moment. And choosing this through the heart and not through the mind, and being diligent with it. For it will come to pass for each of you. That all limitations that you hold will come to you, will be enlightened for you. Do not judge this, but be conscious of this. And know, beloved hearts, that you are being given a key to your prison. For if you ignore it, turn your back to it, you will simply sit in your prison and not know the liberty of your soul. Look to this, beloved hearts, look to this. And remind yourself simply to remember. And we say to you, beloved hearts, it is time for you to understand this, that you may assist all others to understand this. For the time is coming now. When the heart of Mother Earth must be lifted to the higher dimension. And this will cause great expansion and enlightenment And for many this will create great fear and resistance, for they will not wish to be free, for they have become familiar with their prison of the mind and of the body. Wishing to control it and to control others with it. And we say to you, it is for all that open their hearts to assist all others with it. And so it will require you to be greatly diligent in the times to come, of your own nature, of your own creation. For each time, beloved hearts, that you hold yourself in limitation, it is created like a band of energy around the earth, contracting and not expanding. And so to be conscious of this, to not judge, but simply to know that which you create in each moment, to ask yourself, that which you are creating, and simply to create the energy of expansion of your heart, to connect with the creation heart once more, through your sound, through your meditation, through your consciousness. There are many tools for this. And each time that you connect with your seventh dimensional heart, you will raise the consciousness of the third dimensional earth, beloved hearts. It is this simple. So we say to you now to consider that which you have created in limitation, that which you hold as firm beliefs, that you cannot move upon, that which you say, this is so, this is that which I believe. And to look at these that create your limitation, that hold you bound, trapped within third dimensional reality, within the physical body, the physical mind, the physical heart, the physical emotion. And as you become aware of this, to bring in your enlightened self and enlighten the physical body once more, through your thought and your actions, through your heart, through your consciousness. And be one with all that is, for it is that which you are. It is not separate to you. Do not create it to be so. To breathe now, beloved hearts, to breathe. To call to Christ that energy of light to fill you now. To the energy of your Creator Self. That sits within the seventh dimension. And become one together. And as this occurs, beloved heart, become aware of the mind expanding. Become aware of the heart expanding. Become aware of the cells of your physical body expanding as it is filled with the enlightenment of your being. To allow this to occur within the physical realm is your gift to all, is your gift to the earth, is your gift to humanity. To let go the beliefs that have held humanity trapped for so long, and to open to all that you are. This is your greatest gift, beloved hearts. This is your greatest service to all. And as you breathe now once more to sound the sound of your heart, connecting to the Creator heart of all, and to be conscious of that which you are. Blessings, beloved hearts, to you. Blessings in the light of all that is. Blessings.
Thank you.